If they're not coming back hungry, then we've got issues. I mean, you think you'd want to come back being very hungry. This should be the exciting time of the year, the last 6 games, getting ready for March Madness. That should be the approach. I thought, Penn State, we fought, we did some good things. I thought Michigan, our first 5 minutes is what killed us. And so it's just about getting back to work, and it's not, hurting ourselves, rather another team hurting us, and making sure we're doing the little things. So I think they've done all the right things, so hopefully, now we can put a little run together.
Yeah. It's the last of the new teams you're going to see.
Yeah.
You haven't seen Wisconsin.
I know.
Wisconsin yet.
Yeah.
Just kind of, they seem to, after that loss to Penn State, the first loss to Penn State, they seem to get things together. What have you seen out in the last 4 or 5 games that they've turned some things around?
They just play really hard. They understand their roles. They don't force anything. They share the basketball. And I just think that they're playing with a lot of confidence because they beat Penn State. When you beat a team that's #1 in your conference, that's going to give you a lot of confidence. And, obviously almost beating Ohio State twice, it just gives you a lot of confidence. But, they got players that can shoot the ball. They've got some good attitude, confidence, attitude. And I think that's been big. So, they've got a great inside player, a couple inside players and a really effective outside player.
They've played better at home, too, right?
Yeah.
Pretty significantly better at home.
They play very well at home. They keep it close, so you always have a chance, and that's what you want, is to be able to, always play teams that are supposedly better than you, whether they are or not. It doesn't matter, but, that's what you should do when you're at home is play really well, shoot the basketball well. So it's not an easy place to play, and obviously we've all talked about the Penn State going in there and losing.
Just with Morgan Page, what kind of scorer is she? Is she perimeter, or is she getting inside a lot?
She can do it all. She can shoot the 3. She'll get you off your feet. She'll do a side dribble 3. She'll do a 15-foot jump shot. She'll take it all the way in. So she's very crafty. She's a very smart player. If you're overplaying one way, she'll cut back door and have a layup. So she's hard to chase around. I'm very impressed with her. She's really done a great job for them.
You talked a bit earlier about just not doing things to hurt yourself. Is that sort of the message this week? Just focus on cleaning up our own stuff here a little bit?
That's all it is. We can't worry about anybody else right now. It's being better communicators, really focusing on, defense wins championships, which we know. If someone is knocking down shots, how do we need to adjust to make sure that doesn't happen? And then offensively, being in a better rhythm, not getting frustrated, understanding game management a little bit better. So, that's all on us. So we need to get better. It's not what somebody else is always doing.
How do you need to attack zones from here on out?
Well, I think we have to do a better job of positioning our bodies and our post players, move our guards around a little bit more. And you have to be able to attack, get in the paint and kick it out, attack, rather than just being real methodical on the outside. Michigan's zone is very different how they played against other teams, and with us, they just backed it in when they post touch it because they know that's our strength. So they did a nice job there, and then we couldn't shoot the ball in the ocean. So it worked for them, but we just have to be a little bit more savvy, have a little bit more movement.
You've seen zone most of the year, especially in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
It's no surprise you're going to see zone from here on out. So, is it this? Okay, your turn. You guys' turn to make the adjustment, and how you're going to go after those defenses.
Yeah, and we have to. We work on it. We worked on it for 2 straight days for 6 hours. So it's got to pay off. But you don't always play like the other team's going to play. They may play one way. They could pack it in. They could get it really wide. They can play at half court. There's so many different ways to play zone, and we can't effectively do that because we don't play that type of zone. So we do a ton of repetition. We do a ton of shooting, and we just have to continue to get better. But I think we got to be patient and understand where the shots are coming from.